Mortal Kombat! Hey guys, me, your host, Super Solo. Thank you very much for tuning in. Look what I got. It's Baraka. This is Baraka from Mortal Kombat, from the new McFarlane's Mortal Kombat line. I am so happy to finally have Baraka in my collection. I'm slowly collecting all the Mortal Kombat characters. As a massive fan of the Mortal Kombat games growing up, when this line got announced, I did get a little bit excited, but I wanted to see how into the line they got, because sometimes McFarlane, it feels like with the Harry Potter ones, they seem to create one wave and then they're never seen again. Same with Game of Thrones. So McFarlane seemed for a little while like they were adding lines and then getting rid of them just as quick. So I wanted to see how long they stuck around before just getting rid. So now that we've got a fair few characters in the line, I've decided to invest. And as you saw earlier, I reviewed Kitana earlier today, and now we've got Baraka, so I'm catching up. Johnny Cage I can't find. He costs so much money online, so I'm probably going to skip Johnny Cage for now and hope to bring out a variant later on. Not too bothered for Johnny Cage, if I'm personally honest anyway. I've got Kitana, I'm happy about that, and obviously we've got Liu Kang and some other ones that are on order. They'll be in a haul coming up in the coming days, and we've got a bunch more on pre-order, so can't wait to see what else they produce. I hope they produce a Melina. Melina was always my favourite character. But, whilst we're talking about it, we have Baraka. So this figure, like I said, it is by McFarlane's Toys. He does come with some decent little accessories, including a brain that you can attach to his claws. However, you can just pull that off. I've pushed it all the way down. It has got like a fair, decent-sized hole running through it. Sorry, camera's down there. So you can add that to it very easily. It's painted both sides, very well detailed. And you can display Baraka with his blades out like this. Or, if you just pull backwards gently, they do pop out and they just have a little nub like so. So you could display him without, however it does leave a hole in the forearm. But this is good to know for storage, especially if you store your figures like me. If you left them attached when you stored them in a big box, more than likely it would break. But I'll probably have my Baraka displayed with the claws out. So the click articulation I really like, and I'll show you that in a second. But so the head is on a ball joint, so you can make it look up, down, left, and right. The arms do click into place if you listen, which is nice. And there is a butterfly hinge there. I'm loving these pieces that make it so you can't see the hinges as well. Very nice. Obviously his arms do lift up, do have a full rotation there. There's the bicep rotation. Very nice double hinged elbows, and hands are on ball joints as well. There's the diaphragm hinge there to crunch him around on, as well as a further waist swivel. His legs do lift out all the way, which is nice to get some good articulation there, as well as forwards as much as this piece here will allow, and backwards as much as this piece here will allow. There is also double hinged knees attached to this one as well. You can rotate it in the thigh a little bit, not too much. No boot cut, but the feet are on hinges. And you even have a little toe articulation, which is actually good on martial arts figures, I've noticed. Because when I'm trying to balance them, that toe thing, if you just pop it down a little bit, can keep it from falling over. They also come with the Mortal Kombat bases. All McFarlane's figures come with, bases that belong to the figures. And I actually use these ones. I'm not a big lover of bases, because normally I like to see if I can use my own sort of balancing, when I'm posing them. But with Mortal Kombat, you obviously want to put them in some really cool fight poses and some really cool stances, and sometimes to get the leg up high enough and things, and you want to crunch the body and do some cool stuff with it like this to get him into a good pose for the kick, and you still want that leg to be high enough, then you really do need these boards. And if you just twist them sideways a little bit, you can usually get them to stand pretty well. So I really do love these figures. They really do look good. But let's take a close look at the figure, guys, over on the desk cam, where you guys will be able to get an up-close personal look at Baraka. We'll also bring back Kitana to put with him. And you can see her next to him as well, which will be pretty nice. And I'll keep doing that every time we do these new figures. I'll make sure I bring back some older characters so you can see how they all scale together. But yes, so without further ado, guys, let's head on down to the desk cam. So guys, here he is out of the packaging, looking awesome. I've got him in a bit of a pose here. I kind of like that. It's kind of kicking pose there. Looks pretty cool. I've got his hands up and stuff. There's the little brain, by the way. That's a really cool little item. Very nice to include. But yes, the figure is immaculately done. It looks very nice. I'm loving the paintwork on it. The paintwork around the mouth as well. With that flesh tone is very good. Liking all the veins and muscles, how they pop on the figure. And even down to like this actually looks like leather and metal this time than cloth. It actually looks like what it's meant to be, which is very good. So they have done a great job. All these different layers and things like that. It does look very nice. And for a basic 20 quid figure, this is not bad, you know. Don't forget, these aren't much more than what you pay for Marvel Legends and Star Wars sometimes. When these are found at retail, they're usually about $20 to $22.99. Which isn't bad for what you get, really, and it's a very detailed figure. The faces are very nicely done as well, very well painted. McFarlane's figures are usually pretty good, though. They are made for adult collectors to display. They aren't really made for kids to play with. But these are really sturdy. So, I mean, even if you did buy this for a kid who's into Mortal Kombat, they wouldn't break these. And they're very well put together and very durable, it feels. But just to give you an idea, guys, Baraka is a character from the Mortal Kombat fighting game series, as we all know, and he's a part of the Takatan Horde. He served as one of the main antagonists throughout the series of the game, first appearing in Mortal Kombat 2 as the first playable Takatan character, and then has since occurred in many of the games. Baraka returned for Mortal Kombat 11 as a playable character, but also serving as a supporting character for the story mode. He is a loyal serving Outworlder and is loyal to the Empire, and being obviously very loyal to the half Takatan Melina and her father Shao Kahn. His people, I believe from what I remember, are kind of... were they a nomadic mutant race that were kind of made up of Takatans who populated the vast wastelands, and they were basically a crossbreed between the Netherrealm demons and the Outworlders. I'm not sure if that's still canon at this time. It's been a long time since I played the video game series. I'm not up to date with some of the more modern Mortal Kombat games. I stopped a long time ago with these games, about when the reboot happened. So I haven't really played the story mode for some of these later games. But yes, this is it's definitely based upon the sort of like the Nosferatu, as you can see from the ears and the mouth and the nose, the way they've done it. It's very much based upon that old style myth of like the vampire and the Nosferatu to me. That's definitely where they got influence for this from. And again, if you look at the boards that come with them, they are very useful for balancing the figure, especially if you get it just right like I've managed here. You can get him in some really cool poses. But guys, what are your thoughts on this one? Let me know in the comments down below. But let's head on back to the main cam, guys, to give you an ending to this video. But yes, if you are new around here, please make sure you hit that subscribe button for me. It would really support this channel. And don't forget to leave us a comment. Who's your favourite Mortal Kombat character? I'd love to know in the comments below. And here is Baraka stood next to Kitana from the other review that we've done. Like I said, I haven't got Johnny Storm yet, so these are the only two that I've reviewed so far. So far, scaling's looking pretty good. Yeah, Baraka is slightly bigger than Kitana, but only by a little bit. If we count her little hair bunch, then she's probably a little bit taller than him. But no, that's about right in scaling. They look good together. Obviously, Baraka is taller than her in the game, so that is good. I like that. Yeah, scaling they're 7 inches in height, so they won't scale with Marvel Legends or anything like that, but these should scale with your DC products from McFarlane. So if you did want to recreate some form of DC versus Mortal Kombat, you really could. And as well, obviously, these will scale with NECA, and with anything that is basically a part of the 7-inch scale. So we are talking McFarlane figures and NECA figures mainly here. They won't scale with your 6-inch Star Wars, Marvel, anything like that, which is a bit of a shame, but it is what it is. Who would like them to create other ones? Like, I mean, I'd still love Tekken, and you know what? I'd still love some Street Fighter in this kind of line as well. I wish McFarlane's would make them, so then they'd all be a similar scale, so you could pose them opposite against each other, because we all would love that. Who wouldn't want to see Ryu versus Liu Kang? But guys, what are your thoughts of the scaling? Let us know in the comments below. Guys, I really do hope you enjoyed this review. I enjoyed doing it for you, and I hope you enjoyed the little bit of history there about Baraka as well. I'm going to keep doing that with each character, just to give you guys, for those that aren't familiar with every single character from the series, just give a bit of an update of who they all are and stuff. But yes, I love this figure. It's a great addition to the line. He looks awesome. But what are your thoughts, guys? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed today's video, then please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Subscribing really supports us. It really helps us out and helps us to keep making awesome videos. As always, guys, thank you very much for watching. And until next time, may the Force be with you.